What is going on, everybody? My name is Nico, and today I'm going to my first ever Pokemon Regional Championships. I'm headed to Fort Wayne, and I'm taking you guys with me. Let's go. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I definitely didn't do as much vlogging on this trip as I thought I would. There's a couple reasons for that. One being the big reason, I forgot my SD card for my camera in my computer back home. So that was a big letdown because I did want to record some stuff on my new camera. However, it just wasn't the case. So most of the stuff you're seeing came from my iPhone. But also, there was just a lot of me playing the game and a lot of me just like trying to relax and not think about playing at this tournament, because obviously in your first tournament you're gonna have a lot of nerves. So on Thursday we got into the tournament, me and my buddy who went with me, and we just kind of hung out. We checked into our hotel, we went and got some food and just relaxed that night. We didn't really do a whole lot of anything, played some Pokemon Go, you know, just kind of chilled. Friday we went and got registered and checked out the venue, which was really cool to kind of see what I'd seen on stream so many times in person, like the stages and stuff. Checking out all the vendors was really cool. I spent way too much on plushies. Here, I can show you what I got. So we got Ursaluna. This one's awesome. I've been trying to not buy this on Pokemon Center, but when I saw it in person, I had to have it. I got the Lechonk. I mean, come on, this one's awesome. This one's so cool. I think this one actually just came out, so super cool. And then I got this little Sitting Cutie Moltres, because, you know, I'm Team Valor in Pokemon Go, so I thought it was fitting. I got a Team Valor pin as well for my bag. And I got the Fuecoco and Sprigatito keychains that are still on my bag to match the Quaxley one I already had. So I got a lot of stuff. It's kind of hard not to when you go to an event like this and there's all this really cool merch. I also got a hat just for being there, so it was awesome. There's a lot of cool stuff that I could add to my collection of Pokemon stuff. And the funny thing was, I told myself I wasn't going to mess with the team at all on Friday, and that just wasn't the case. I had locked in the team a couple of days before, and I was playing some Showdown, and I was like, you know, I think I can make some changes. And I don't know if they were for the better or for the worse. I think one was for the better, the other could have been for the worse. I still think I did fairly well, so we can talk about the team breakdown because I think that's important before we get to Saturday. So I kind of want to go through like my process of making the team, because I feel like there was a couple iterations of the team that developed as I got to what I actually used in the tournament. So I knew I wanted to use Ting-Lu, and that's where I started. And then when I was building the team, I kind of just looked at like the top 4 Pokemon that everybody was using last series, and just kind of tried to throw them onto the team and see how it did. And honestly, this variation of the team performed very well until I made this like right at the start. As soon as we got the rule set announced, I made this version of the team. So I have Ting-Lu here with Stomping Tantrum. I think this is the version that doesn't have the spreads on it, but that doesn't matter. But I have Ting-Lu, Citrus Berry, Stomping Tantrum, Throat Chop, Heavy Slam, and Protect, Arcanine, Will-O-Wisp, Extreme Speed, Flare Blitz, and Snarl. Iron Bundle with Icy Wind, Hydro Pump, Freeze Dry, and Protect. Flutter Mane with Moonblast, Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, and Protect. This one had the Focus Sash. A lot of people are opting for the bulkier Flutter Mane, and I do understand why now. I've been messing around with it since getting back. We have Iron Hands here, obviously Salt Vest, pretty standard Iron Hands set, and then Corviknight because it's just a bulky wall. And this team was actually a lot of fun. I think it's still a good team. You could actually see me use this team, or a version of this team, in the best of 3 I did with Pokesports over on their channels. You can definitely check that out. I'll link it in the description below. But this was the version of the team I used to battle Kevin with Pokesports. So then the team kind of evolved. I realized how much I liked the extra damage Stomping Tantrum got from Fissure. And I wanted to find a way that I could use it without having to necessarily have the Assault Vest on Ting-Lu, which led me to using Mousehold. And Mousehold with Follow Me, Super Fang, Baby Doll Eyes is actually really solid right now with Friend Guard. It just kind of helps everything survive a lot longer, especially with like Chien-Pao and Chi-Yu's running around. And I really liked this version of the team. I have it built in game, and maybe I'll do some like VGC climb stuff with it. But just overall a really fun version of the team to use. It did feature a King Gambit as well, Flying Terra type with Sucker Punch, Assurance, Low Kick, and Iron Head. Just a really solid team here. Arcanine was still here. I did opt in to add Dragonite with Extreme Speed, Stomping Tantrum, Ice Spinner, and Terra Blast, because Terra Blast with Dragonite is just absolutely insane when you're flying Terra type. It just goes so crazy. So I definitely really enjoyed that, and this did stick around for the final iteration of the team. Flutter Mane remained the same, and then the Ting-Lu was about the same, minus Fissure for Protect. And honestly, you don't really need the AV on Ting-Lu when you pair it next to a Mousehold. The Mousehold makes up for that, and you get the bonus health back as they start whittling you down, which I really, really like. Now we land on the final version of this team. I was just playing on Showdown the day before the event, and I was just kind of looking at stuff. And honestly, I really felt like Amoongus was just doing more than what Mousehold was for the team. So I opted to rotate in Amoongus, and I do think Amoongus was a better bring all around. Being able to play into, being able to spore stuff, being able to pollen puff. Just as a better play than Mousehold, because I mean, once Mousehold gets taunted or something, I'm just super fanging stuff. Especially with the Gyarados running around, it was just kind of difficult to justify bringing in Mousehold. And then I switched out King Gambit for Palafin. I wanted a water type. I was struggling against some of the more difficult fire type users, especially like Chi-Yu. It meant that I had to either Terra King Gambit, which usually I wanted to burn my Terra on something else if I could like have that happen in the game. I definitely think King Gambit could have gotten away on this team after playing it this weekend. I think King Gambit would have been fine, but I don't hate the Palafin bring. I thought Palafin was good, definitely helped me win some games, but I definitely think King Gambit could have filled that slot just as well, and it would have been fine. So honestly, if I could go back, I probably would have just brought Amoongus and King Gambit instead of switching in Palafin. But other than that, I think this is an incredibly solid team. I used it on a VGC climb yesterday on the channel. It'll probably be a couple days now from the time this video goes up. But honestly, I'm really happy with the team. In terms of how I performed, I definitely think I made a lot of mistakes in my battles, which cost me some games. But a lot of the games that I did lose were very close. Even when they were just a 2-loss scenario, where like the second game I was super close to being able to come back and like take it to game 3. So honestly, it was a solid team all around. I went 5-4, which is more than I could have asked for. Honestly, it was so much more than I could have asked for in my first tournament. You know, I lost the first round of the day because of nerves, and I was like, man, okay, this is going to be a lot more difficult than I was anticipating. And I wasn't expecting to go in and just go crazy, but I expected to win, you know, first couple of rounds. So I managed to bring it back, go 5-4. I was one game off of, you know, I wanted to go 6-3, but I take 5-4. I was one game off it, and I couldn't be more happy with the performance, honestly. It was just super fun to play. Everybody was super nice that I played against. Everybody seemed to be having a great time. It was just a really awesome experience all around, and it was super fun, and I learned a lot. Honestly, that's the best part of it, is I learned so much, and mainly what it shows me is where I can improve in the game. So then we roll around to Sunday. We did opt to stick around and watch the finals. I know a lot of people leave, but this being my first tournament, I did want to stick around and kind of see what happened. I was rooting for Justin Tang the whole time. Justin Tang is just so awesome to watch live, especially considering this was his 3rd tournament and he ended up bringing the whole thing home. It was kind of hard to root for Justin Tang, though, with Joseph Ugarte. Getting into the finals 2 regionals in a row, and then I was like, come on, he's got to win it, right? But either way, it was really cool to see those two play live, and see some other really cool players play on stage, like Wolf Glick was there, and it was just a really awesome experience all around. So just to summarize my experience at my first regional, it was a blast. Honestly, it was so much fun. I enjoyed it immensely. I want to go play more. I definitely know there are areas of the game I need to improve, but all this did was like make me want to get better at the game, keep making content for the game, just improve my play all around, so that next year when they roll back around, because I don't really have plans to go and play anymore this year in any regionals or at NAIC. I don't really have plans to go play in any more tournaments. I think I want to try and hit up some locals and stuff when those rotate back in. But other than that, I don't really have plans. There's some stuff I want to work on my gameplay and just kind of get back to content and stuff. And obviously, the money aspect of traveling to play the game it's a lot. So next year, I want to go and play a lot more. And I'm definitely not done competing. It was so much fun. How could I be done? Honestly, it's kind of addicting getting there and winning a game in a tournament setting like that. It's just so exhilarating. So I had a great time. That's really it for this video, guys. It was just kind of a quick recap of the weekend. If you are near a regional, even if you don't play, maybe you just want to do some side event stuff, there's so much going on there. There's so many like cool vendors and stuff going on. It's a really awesome experience if you're into Pokemon to any capacity. Like, honestly, I played so much Pokemon Go and just like talked with people and traded Pokemon. It was just so fun. So highly recommend checking out one of these events if they're in your area, something like that. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Like, subscribe, the whole 9 yards. Check out the Discord. But until next time, peace.